The quantum dance of connection. The universe's hidden symphony. We live in a universe that defies simple explanation. At its core, reality is not a static, mechanical clockwork but a dynamic, shimmering dance of energy. Quantum physics, the study of the smallest particles and forces in existence, reveals a world where particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, communicate faster than light, and transform based on how we observe them. These principles, once confined to laboratories and equations, hold profound implications for how we understand ourselves and our relationships. Imagine a photon, a particle of light, that behaves as both a wave and a particle until someone measures it. This duality, known as the wave-particle paradox, mirrors the complexities of human connection. We, too, are bundles of contradictions, rational yet emotional, independent yet interdependent, longing for freedom yet craving intimacy. Just as light defies classical categorization, relationships resist reduction to mere biology or social contracts. They are quantum phenomena, shaped by possibility, observation, and invisible threads of energy. This ebook, Quantum Relationships, The Art of Connection in a Conscious Universe, invites you to explore a radical idea. The same principles governing subatomic particles also orchestrate the bonds between humans. By merging the science of the infinitesimal with the poetry of connection, we'll uncover how love, empathy, and communication transcend Newtonian logic, and how understanding this can transform the way we relate to one another. Beyond chemistry, the entanglement of souls. In a world often fragmented by division, political, cultural, and ideological, we've been conditioned to view relationships through a lens of separation. Love is reduced to brain chemistry, attraction to evolutionary algorithms, and conflict to clashing personalities. But what if there's more to the story? Quantum entanglement, a phenomenon Einstein famously dismissed as spooky action at a distance, shows that particles can instantaneously influence one another, regardless of the space between them. This eerie connection isn't magic, it's science. And it's not limited to particles. Consider the mother who wakes at 3 a.m., sensing her child's distress miles away. Or the lifelong friends who, after decades apart, finish each other's sentences as if no time has passed. These aren't coincidences, they're glimpses of a universe where separation is an illusion. Love, in this framework, is entanglement. It's a bond that transcends physical proximity, wired into the fabric of reality itself. When we dismiss such experiences as just intuition or luck, we ignore the quantum undercurrents shaping our lives. This ebook challenges you to reimagine relationships not as transactions between isolated individuals, but as dynamic exchanges within a conscious, interconnected cosmos. The observer effect, how attention shapes reality. One of quantum physics' most startling revelations is the observer effect. The act of observing a particle changes its behavior. In the iconic double-slit experiment, particles behave like waves when unobserved, creating an interference pattern, but collapse into definite particles when measured. This mirrors how our attention shapes relationships. Think of a time you entered a room tense with unspoken conflict. Your mere presence, your focused attention, altered the emotional field of the space. Conversely, recall a moment someone truly saw you, not just your actions or words, but your essence. Their observation likely shifted your behavior, inviting vulnerability or courage. Relationships are laboratories of mutual observation. When we label a partner distant or unreliable, we collapse their potential into a narrow story, much like measuring a particle into a fixed state. But what if we observed with curiosity instead of judgment? What if we approached each interaction as an invitation to co-create reality? The illusion of separation and the power of ripples. Quantum non-locality, the idea that particles influence each other across vast distances, shatters the Newtonian myth of isolation. In a 2020 study, physicists demonstrated quantum entanglement between photons separated by 1,200 kilometers. If particles can communicate instantaneously across continents, why do we assume our actions don't ripple beyond our immediate surroundings? Every interaction sends vibrations through the quantum field of human connection. A kind word to a stranger, a heated argument with a colleague, a moment of forgiveness with a friend, these aren't isolated events. They're pebbles dropped into a cosmic pond, radiating waves that touch shores we may never see. Social media offers a crude analogy. A single post can ignite global movements, uniting strangers across time zones. Yet technology merely amplifies what's already true at the quantum level. We are never truly alone. Even in moments of loneliness, we're woven into a tapestry of consciousness. The grief of a Ukrainian farmer, the joy of a Brazilian dancer, the anger of a Tokyo commuter, all resonate in the shared field of human experience. Recognizing this dissolves the illusion of separation, replacing it with radical responsibility. How do my ripples shape the whole? Becoming artists of connection. This e-book is not a call to abandon logic or dismiss science. It's an invitation to expand our understanding of both. Quantum physics doesn't negate psychology, it enriches it. By integrating these perspectives, we become artists of connection, wielding attention, intention, and empathy as tools to co-create a conscious universe. The quantum revolution began with a simple question: what if reality isn't what it seems? Let this ebook guide you to ask, what if connection isn't what we've been taught? The answers will transform not just how you love, but how you live. Quantum foundations and the nature of reality. The particle and the wave, embracing duality. The double-slit experiment, a revolution in understanding. In 1801, Thomas Young conducted a simple yet profound experiment. By shining light through two parallel slits onto a screen, he expected to see two bands of light. Instead, he observed an interference pattern, a series of bright and dark stripes characteristic of waves. This revealed light's dual nature. It behaves as both a particle, a discrete packet of energy, and a wave, a spread-out oscillation. Centuries later, quantum physicists confirmed that all matter, from electrons to humans, shares this duality. Human duality, rationality and emotion. Just as light defies categorization, humans embody paradoxes. Consider a CEO who makes data-driven decisions at work but trusts gut feelings in parenting. Or a poet who crafts structured verses while embracing emotional chaos. These contradictions aren't flaws, they're evidence of our quantum nature. Psychologist Carl Jung's concept of the shadow self aligns here. We contain multitudes, and integration, not elimination, fosters wholeness. Metaphor for relationships. Relationships, too, oscillate between particle-like individuality, I need space, and wave-like unity, we're in this together. A couple might clash over finances, particle mode, yet harmonize in shared values, wave mode. Recognizing this duality helps navigate conflicts. Are we arguing as separate entities, or can we align as a cohesive field? Superposition, the power of potential. Schrödinger's cat and the paradox of possibility. Erwin Schrödinger's famous thought experiment illustrates superposition. A cat in a sealed box is simultaneously alive and dead until observed. While macabre, it underscores that quantum systems exist in all possible states until measured. Relationships operate similarly. A first date holds infinite potentials, friendship, romance, indifference, until interaction collapses the wave into a defined outcome. The observer effect in love. Imagine texting someone new. Your anxiety, what if they're bored? Might manifest as stiff replies, collapsing the wave into disconnection. Conversely, curiosity, I wonder what they'll share. Invites openness. Psychologists call this the self-fulfilling prophecy. Expectations shape reality. Quantum superposition teaches us to hold space for multiple outcomes, reducing rigid projections. Case study, the job interview. A study in social psychology quarterly found candidates who visualized flexible outcomes, e.g., I'll learn something or land the job, performed better than those fixated on success/failure. Relationships thrive similarly. Approaching a partner with beginner's mind, Zen Buddhism, preserves potential. Entanglement, the invisible thread. Spooky action, real connection. Einstein mocked quantum entanglement as spooky action at a distance, but experiments confirm it. Measure one particle's spin, and its entangled partner instantly mirrors it, even light years apart. Human bonds echo this. A 2014 HeartMath Institute study showed synchronized heart rhythms in couples during empathetic moments, suggesting a physiological entanglement. Beyond biology, the quantum social. Consider twins separated at birth yet sharing eerily similar life paths. Or a soldier feeling a pang of grief moments before learning of a sibling's death. These aren't mere coincidences, they're entanglement in action. Even technology mirrors this. A viral tweet creates global unity, proving ideas entangle minds across borders. Modern relationships, love in the age of Zoom. Long-distance relationships, once deemed impractical, now thrive via digital entanglement. A 2020 Pew Research study found 65% of couples felt closer during lockdowns, their connection sustained by shared rituals, e.g., nightly video calls. Like particles, their bond transcended physicality. Exercise, collapsing the wave of assumption. Step 1. Recall a pivotal interaction. Choose a recent conversation, e.g., a disagreement with a friend. Journal. What assumptions did you bring? E.g., they don't care about my feelings. How did these assumptions shape your tone/body language? Step 2. Reimagine the wave. Visualize alternative outcomes. What if you'd assumed? They're stressed and need compassion? This conflict is a chance to grow closer? Step 3. Apply to future interactions. Before your next conversation, pause. Breathe deeply, envisioning multiple possibilities. Notice how holding space for uncertainty softens rigidity. Reflection prompt. How might collapsing the wave too soon limit connection? Can I embrace the quantum fog of not knowing? Conclusion. Quantum physics isn't just about particles, it's a lens to reimagine human connection. By embracing duality, nurturing potential, and honoring entanglement, we move beyond mechanistic views of relationships into a dynamic, interconnected cosmos. Consciousness is the fabric of the universe. Introduction. The notion that consciousness is not merely a byproduct of brain activity but the foundational fabric of reality has gained traction in both philosophical and scientific circles. This chapter explores three groundbreaking theories: panpsychism, David Bohm's implicate order, and Bernardo Kastrup's analytic idealism, that position consciousness as the bedrock of existence. Supported by empirical studies on meditation and quantum mechanics, we propose that consciousness is the medium through which quantum relationships emerge, dissolving the boundary between mind and matter. The chapter concludes with a mindfulness exercise to experientially grasp this interconnectedness. IA Panpsychism, consciousness as a universal property. 1.1 Historical roots and modern revival. Panpsychism, derived from the Greek pan, all, and psyche, soul, posits that consciousness is intrinsic to all matter. Ancient philosophies, such as those of Thales and Spinoza, laid its groundwork, while modern thinkers like Alfred North Whitehead and Galen Strawson revitalized it. Strawson argues that if experience arises from physical processes, then some form of proto-consciousness must exist at the most fundamental level of reality. 1.2 The combination problem. Critics highlight the combination problem. How do micro-level conscious entities, e.g., electrons, combine to form macro-level consciousness, e.g., humans? Panpsychists counter that consciousness might not combine but instead exists as a unified field, akin to gravity, permeating all scales. 1.3 Implications for physics. If consciousness is fundamental, it challenges materialism's assumption that matter precedes mind. This aligns with quantum mechanics, where observation affects outcomes, suggesting a participatory role for consciousness. 2. David Bohm's implicate order. The universe as a holistic mind. 2.1 Beyond the Newtonian paradigm. Physicist David Bohm rejected classical physics' fragmented worldview, proposing instead an implicate order, a hidden, enfolded reality where everything is interconnected. The visible world, explicate order, is a surface manifestation of this deeper, holistic fabric. 2.2 Consciousness as an active participant. Bohm saw mind and matter as two aspects of the implicate order. In his hollow movement model, consciousness is not passive but dynamically interacts with the physical world, akin to how a hologram encodes information in every fragment. 2.3 Quantum potential and non-locality. Bohm's interpretation of quantum mechanics introduced the pilot wave, guiding particles through non-local connections. This mirrors the implicate order's unity, where consciousness might mediate such non-locality, transcending space-time. 3. Bernardo Kastrup's analytic idealism, reality as mental. 3.1 Rejecting materialism. Kastrup's analytic idealism asserts that reality is fundamentally mental. Unlike solipsism, it posits a universal consciousness, mind at large, that dissociates into individual minds, creating the illusion of a physical world. 3.2 The hard problem dissolved. By framing matter as a perceptual artifact, Kastrup sidesteps the hard problem of consciousness, how subjective experience arises from neurons. For him, neurons are merely how consciousness appears to itself. 3.3 Empirical consistency. Kastrup argues that idealism aligns with quantum indeterminacy and neuroscientific findings. For instance, psychedelic studies showing ego dissolution support the idea of a shared conscious substrate. 4. Empirical evidence, meditation and brainwave synchronization. 4.1 Collective meditation studies. Research on group meditation reveals synchronized brainwave patterns, e.g., theta and gamma waves, among participants, even across distances. The Global Consciousness Project detected correlations in random number generators during mass meditative events, hinting at a unified field of awareness. 4.2 Neuroscientific insights. EEG studies show that experienced meditators exhibit heightened gamma synchrony, associated with transcendent states. This suggests that focused attention can tap into a collective conscious layer. 4.3 Implications for interconnectedness. Such findings resonate with Bohm's implicate order and Kastrup's idealism, where individual minds are ripples in a vast ocean of consciousness. Consciousness as the quantum medium. 5.1 The measurement problem revisited. Quantum mechanics measurement problem, why observation collapses wave functions, remains unresolved. If consciousness is primary, it may mediate this collapse, acting as the observer that actualizes potentialities. 5.2 Entanglement and non-locality. Quantum entanglement, where particles instantaneously correlate across distances, defies classical physics. Bohm's implicate order and panpsychism both suggest that consciousness underpins this non-local connectivity. 5.3 A new ontology. By framing consciousness as the quantum medium, we unify mind and matter. Particles are not isolated entities but nodes in a conscious network, perpetually exchanging information. 6. Exercise, mindfulness to sense interconnectedness. 6.1 Guided practice. Grounding, sit comfortably, focusing on breath to quiet the mind. Expanding awareness, visualize your consciousness extending beyond your body, merging with surroundings. Contemplation, reflect on shared experiences, e.g., joy, grief, to intuit collective consciousness. Integration, journal insights, noting moments of felt interconnectedness. 6.2 Purpose. This exercise bridges theory and experience, allowing practitioners to viscerally grasp the chapter's themes. Conclusion. The theories of panpsychism, Bohm, and Kastrup, coupled with meditation research and quantum insights, weave a compelling narrative: consciousness is the universe's fabric. This paradigm shift invites science to explore mind not as an epiphenomenon but as the essence of reality. By embracing this view, we may unlock deeper truths about existence and our place within it. Get your copy now on Amazon and start living quantum.